Loud, isn't it? I don't know why the siren's going off. Universe says it's time to wake up to who we are within. I'm sitting in the park and this alarm starts going off. I'm like, okay, is there a fire, disaster? What's going on? I didn't realize the park is near one of the sirens. It's pretty loud. Holy moly. Have that experience today. I'm sitting in the park hearing the frogs, and there it goes. Question is, do you think it's going to go off again? I was going to talk a little bit about being a sensitive and what it's like, what the experience is like. People can talk about it, but the experience of being sensitive to energies and experiencing life completely different than pretty much most people. I mean, I always knew I experienced things differently. It wasn't really until these last 4 years that I really started to understand why I'm so different from everybody else. And being sensitive to energies and everything, that's part of being empathic. That's what empathy is being sensitive to energy, which emotion is energy. And you can sense other people's emotions. You can sense, like, that emergency alarm that was going off. It's really, sorry, it's a little chilly out here, so it makes my nose run. Anyway, it's just, that alarm was just, it was so just, it really gets your attention, right? Chaos is what gets your attention, some loudness. So listen to the siren within. What is your body, your spirit telling you to do? Living life as a sensitive. Oh my. Okay, so I feel everything differently. I look at movies differently, TV differently than most, feel it differently. Like, commercials are insane, the vibration. Like, after I changed in the last 4 years and became even more sensitive when I connected within, it's like video games are like think of nails on a chalkboard. That's what video games are for me. Commercials. If I was in a room with people on their phone and just random shit just going, that's like, I can only handle so much of that before I really physically get ill. Like, seriously, I physically get ill. That's how sensitive I am to all that energy. It's that chatter. The chatter. Like, I was just thinking of, like, chat rooms and Facebook, and everything has a vibration. Everything you're on. Every different website, chat room, group, anything, it has a different vibration depending on who's in it and who's contributing what energy to it. And it has that chatter, or, sometimes it can have chaotic energy depending on what it is. Not always bad, but not bad. I don't like using that word. Just sometimes feels chaotic. Anyway, this is the life of me. I mean, energy. That's why I love going in nature. I love being outside. I love having fresh air. I love grounding, especially for those of us who are super sensitive to energy. There are those that think that energy is evil in the world. We're all energy. Everything is energy. Whatever you call that energy, it's all energy. So if everything is energy, all energy is connected, right? This is my thoughts. You don't have to believe this. But this is me. I mean, I have always felt things. People have always been drawn to me. I've always felt that deep compassion and connection with others, even though I felt disconnected. But it's just a paradox. It's like you feel connected, but you feel disconnected at the same time. That was most of my life. Like, right now, I know I'm connected. I feel connected, and I feel whole, and me. Oh, what a day, what a day. These energies. Hey, 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 for us sensitives, yo. Believe me, don't believe me, I do not care. This is Dawn. Oh, do you know yourself? I mean, seriously, being a sensitive, you really, really got to know yourself. So when I was excited to find out I'm artistic and I'm an artist. We're all artists in our own lives, in our own ways. We all have our passions that we love. Some people have the passion of reading, passion of knowledge, passion of other things. Some have passion of drawing, passion of painting, passion of lots of things. But we're all creators, so no matter what we're doing, we're creating. So, and life is fantastical. People coming in. Speaking of being sensitive, yeah, try doing it in a park on a Saturday. It's a beautiful day. People coming and going. The siren's going off. And now we have two people getting out of their car, going to take a walk because this park is beautiful. It has these beautiful trails, which I'm going to take a nice stroll down and ground. Grounding and meditating is definitely a must for a sensitive like me. I can only describe what it feels, the experience of being a sensitive. I don't know the experience of being anything but in this lifetime. So this is me and how I experience life and these energies. Oh, puppy. Cute little puppy. Aw. Anyway, and oh, speaking of being sensitive, I love the just a playful little one. Oh, so cute. I love seeing people out with their dogs. So yeah, there you go. Part of being a sensitive, I wonder why I have a squirrel brain. It's like, oh, I sense something over here. Oh, I sense something over there. It's not about judging things. It's just sensing them as they are. Being open to feeling things as they are. And it's not about using your senses to judge things. It's just being open and learning what you're feeling. Like I'm still learning every single day, being sensitive to things because it increases. Especially over this last 2 years. Be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it. Yeah. I asked to feel the energy of love. And the energy of love is peace and joy. It's not anger. It's not hurting another person. It's treating, always wanting to treat another person with love, care, and compassion. Treat somebody as you want to be treated. And always take care of yourself, number one. That's part of it. Especially, and I think that goes for everybody. That's not just for being sensitive. Is you got to take care of yourself, number one. If you're as sensitive to the energy, and that's the only way I can describe it, it's just a word. And what I mean by sensitive is feeling all the energies. Like people come through here, I can sense their energy. I can just how I'm made. And the alarm didn't go off again. Woohoo! Yay for us. Being a sensitive, raising kids, going through trauma, going through life, not knowing who you are. You're feeling all these deep emotions, all the senses, and then your life goes into the darkest place it ever could go, and you're like, I know there's more to this life than this. I feel there's more because I always felt there was more. Even though I felt disconnected, I always felt there was more to this body and this life. I always felt it. So I kept going. I felt a strength, an energy inside me that kept me going. So I didn't give up, and I still don't give up. I'm here for the long haul. That's what us warriors of light do. And we can all be warriors of light. It's just a name, label, whatever, but it's fun. I like to think of it as planting seeds of light. They're never wasted. Even if people can't hear what you say now, you plant a seed of love, and when it's ready, it will bloom and grow. Just like in the spring when you plant seeds of flowers, they bloom and grow. Just be your authentic self. For part of being a sensitive too, for me, okay, is sensitivity to my own emotions. Like, lying is not an option. It is much better to be authentic, truthful. If you've made a if you made a decision that created chaos, face it. Learn from it, move on, and say, hey, what was I thinking? Right, exactly. So take responsibility for all your actions, because emotions and that can really overwhelm you when you're sensitive to all of them. And that's really why my fight with anxiety in my life was so overwhelming. Even in this last year, when I have 2 discs herniated in my back, I didn't have issues with anxiety until that. I think it was a week into the pain. And it was the first anxiety attack I've had in years upon years. Yes, it was a really long time. It was just a massive attack. I couldn't breathe. It was so heavy. It was like, what the heck is going on? It was just because my life had been changed so much, so fast. It's like all of a sudden, poof. And I think just being a sensitive is why I've had these issues with the anxiety. It just overpowers you. It's so like, especially when things that happen like that is so fast, and it's just like all of a sudden you're working along and then you're feeling a little bit of pain. You're thinking, okay, I'm fine. And then you're working along and then bam, you have 2 herniated discs. You're in like level 10 pain 24/7. You can't sleep. There's nothing that's comfortable. Nothing takes away the pain. You got to drag you know what I'm saying? And your life stops. You can't work. You can't do anything. The only thing you can think about is going through the pain at that moment. And it was so intense, just the intensity of that. It was just the anxiety. So I think that really taught me how to deal with that, because you really you either let that take power over your life because your life has changed now and now you got to readjust. You either let that take power over your life. You're like, okay, how do I work with this now? Now, I guess this is part of my life, and how do I let go of all of that and know that my life has changed in a new direction? Okay, God, now what do you have planned? So faith in self and connecting with self help you through those hard times, talking to my higher self. I mean, this is just me. This is my life. I'm not saying it's right for everyone out there, but this is my experience. This is Dawn, and I enjoy sharing it for those that it may help inspire or may help. This is just me sharing me. So. Wow, I'm still kind of shaken from that alarm. It's just like, I didn't know it'd be so loud or so close. So I'm guessing that's a good example of being sensitive to energy. Like, I'll take time after making this and I'm going to meditate and put the music on and stuff. But it's really jarring. Like, that's what TV, most movies I can't watch. Most TV shows, commercials. And then when you're flipping through the I can listen to my